Your brain is really good at processing information. Your
Mm-hmm.
body is really good at taking in information. So between the two of them, you can have a nice conversation. And then you bring in your emotions, how you feel about all those things coming in. And that's when you start to have this wonderful integrated process with your body, with your mind, with your emotions. And you can really fully be present.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of taking in information by the body, you also mentioned the mirror game. And
Oh,
a little segue to that is that the body parts take in information and create memory based on whatever is related in your life to that body part. So what is the mirror game, and how are those memories that are stuck in our body parts, sometimes negative, sometimes
yeah,
positive?
yeah.
How does all that work?
So just a little bit of context because I'm a context geek. So the mirror meditation is an exercise that I would do with a client as we are leaving a sensual phase of the work and moving into more of an erotic phase of the work. So it's the first time that we've seen each other naked, but it's not in a sexual context at all. It is more of this is my body, and here as I stand as a human, and here like this is how I stand as a human being in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is we stand nude in front of a mirror, and we talk about our body in form, function, and perception from head to toe. And man, there's some things that come up. We all have expectations of our body. We all have notions of what our body should be, whether it's behavior or feeling. We all have history around our bodies. Maybe you are a woman that you're a new mother and your body has changed significantly and you no longer fit the expectation of what you think of as sexy. Maybe you're a man perhaps, or are not the rich shredded fitness model that our media likes to push. um, how do you feel about your body, and how does that influence how you walk through the world? um, the end goal of that is first to talk about some of the experiences that we carry on around in our body and how we feel about our own body, but also to normalize those feelings, to understand that everybody has those. I don't know anybody who doesn't have some kind of baggage around their body, and how that's integrated into their self story.
Probably observing the baggage that another person, another human being has with their own body can be very relieving in its,
Yeah,
regardless of whether you have relieved that baggage of yours or not yet. But it's seeing that, hey, like other people are struggling with something
yeah.
also.
One of the things that's wonderful about surrogate partner therapy is I can sit with a client and give them non-judgmental permission to feel how they're feeling, and
Mm-hmm.
also show them a door that will lead them away from those feelings if they're no longer serving them.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's mirror meditation, whether it's how they feel about their own orgasm, whether it's how they feel about consent and communication, relationship expectations. I mean, it can be applied in many, many different ways, not just the body.
Right. And so you mentioned form, function, and perception. And just to clarify what all that means, if we were looking at each other in the mirror and I'm talking about my head, right, I could say
Right,
the form of my head is ovally. I'm looking at myself in the little window right now, too.
right, right, right.
Um, and I could even describe how my head looks in the way it actually physically looks. It's like there's a nose in the middle, two eyes,
Mm-hmm.
mouth, cheeks, ears, earrings, hair. And then the function is, well, I can see with my eyes, I can smell with my nose.
Right,
But the perception is where things get real. I could say, oh, well, my cheeks, I would say they're bigger than usual. That's my
right,
perception of
right.
my face, right? And I could even bring up a memory saying, well, I've been called chipmunk, which has been cute, but
Mm-hmm.
it has also brought attention to my cheeks that may have been perceived by me as negative, which is true in my own life.
Yeah.
That I think that is where the memory can come up, and the actual that it could be relived. It's just through the observation.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're talking about function, you can talk about dysfunction. As much as I don't like that word, if you're talking about your head, something I might not be aware of, the fact would be that like your jaw was broken at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't communicate with people, and you still feel that your jaw isn't working as well as it should be, and that impedes how you talk to people. Like these are things that come up in the mirror meditation.